What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Hurricanes Unfiltered Live, man. It's episode 13. We got 3 days, 3 more days. Right now, at this time, in 3 days, we will be watching college football playoff semifinal between the Miami Hurricanes and Ole Miss Rebels. Probably will be close to halftime at this moment. And hopefully we will be celebrating a whooping by halftime. That is the ultimate goal. Some people might like those close games. I don't. I prefer to wipe a team out and make it relaxing. Make it But yeah, it's the playoffs, man. It's the playoffs, folks. And yo, we here. We here. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition, man. I appreciate y'all jumping on board. I thank y'all for being here today. And yo, it's a lot to talk about. Anyone if you're in the room right now, please do hit the like button. Appreciate y'all being here. Lester, R. Rubble, Aiden. And we'll get into all of it. I mean, if you've seen some of my videos already, I have talked about Trinidad Chambliss. I have talked about Ole Miss. I will drop my preview tomorrow on the game, my full preview. But I've hit a bunch of the areas and the topics. Ole Miss has a heck of a football team. I'm not going to take anything away from them. Very strong team. They have a lot of talent on offense, a lot of weapons. People talk about Trinidad Chambliss, man. You need to talk about Kawan Lacey, and Kawan Lacey is the guy the Miami Hurricanes have got to stop. I just keep it right there. You got to stop Kawan Lacey. He is the guy to stop because if you don't stop him, I'm gonna be blunt. If we don't stop him, we're gonna get our ass kicked. I mean, there's no other way to talk. No other way. Banana, what's going on, man? There's no. There's no. You have to stop him off the rip. He rushed for almost 1,500 yards, 295 carries, 1,464 yards, 23 touchdowns, 5 yards a carry. If there's one key to this football game, it is not Trinidad Chambliss. It is Kewan Lacey. You heard it here right now, and I know it sounds so damn simple, but this is the dude that you've got to stop. That's the dude right there. Kawan Lacey, 5'11", 200-pound running back. He's a playmaker, man. He's got six 100-yard games, one 200-yard game. He's only been slowed down a few times this year. Georgia, 12-31 in their early matchup. Citadel, don't really count that. That's a bullshit game. And Arkansas, 17-44. That dude right there is the guy that you've got to stop. You've got to lock him down. You absolutely have got to make his life miserable. Very, very simply. There's nothing. Oh shoot. Let me see here. Hold on again. Hold on a second, folks. Sorry, my pizza just got here. But yeah, you stop Kawan Lacey, you stop them. Like this isn't even. I mean, real talk. Stop Kawan Lacey, you stop him. You stop them because that's the guy that you've got to put a lock and key on, man. You want to have him with one of these Ruben Owens types games, 25, 50 yards. You get him, you keep him under 50, you're in good shape. You're in good shape. Heck, if you keep him under 70, you're probably in good shape. You know, holding them to under 100 yards rushing, I think, is very important, which obviously includes locking down on Trinidad Chambliss. But this is the key to the offense right here. Because if this guy goes off, Trinidad Chambliss will have a field day. Yeah, exactly. 23 touchdowns. That's rushing touchdowns. That's rushing. He's also got 28 catches for 173 out of the backfield. He's got no touchdowns receiving, but that 23 touchdowns, man, that's some serious stuff. And I mean, he hasn't put up that a big game against us. He hasn't put up that 100-yard game against a great defense. But 224 against Florida is 224. That's a lot of yards rushing. 3 touchdowns. And I tell you what, they needed every last bit of it. They needed every last bit of it because that game they were trailing going into the fourth quarter. They were trailing in that game. Now, of course, obviously Trinidad Chambliss is a major component to this team. He is the head of the snake, but Kewan Lacey, you stop him, you win. It won't be like the SMU game. I keep hearing people talk about, oh, they're like SMU. They run tempo like SMU. They do this like SMU. Blase, blase. I don't want to hear that crap. We all know what that SMU game was. If Miami played SMU today, I'm kind of gonna do that Notre Dame thing. If we play them today, what do you think the result would look like? Because I also know that if we played Notre Dame today, we'd kick Notre Dame's ass. We would kick Notre Dame's ass too. So yeah, if we played SMU today, I think we beat SMU by 3 or 4 touchdowns. I mean, it would be an absolute dog walking show. And I think they would have learned from that first game to attack them deep. But also the running game is different than it was against SMU. Remember, we had 7 starters on the bench, so we didn't have we had 7 starters on the bench against SMU. I don't care who you are, you're missing that many guys. It's harder to win, and yet we still should have won that game. But offensively, I think that was the game that really woke Shannon Dawson up. I think he's done a very good job since then. People criticize him a lot. I criticize him a lot. But since that game, he's done a very good job. And I got to give the guy credit where it's due. He's called solid games. Look, man, at this point in the season, it doesn't matter what the final score is, just that you're winning. Doesn't matter if the drink is for me. Oh, that's a 2 liter? Yeah. Oh, I thought I got 20 ounces. Sorry. You can have something. The just as long as you have the bigger number at the end, that's it. I'm gonna tell you right now, Ole Miss should have beat Georgia both times they played them. Like, we have to really remember that. Ole Miss blew that first game against Georgia. They blew that first game. I don't think Georgia's that good. And that's why I never understood. Even I fell for it when, because I thought they would lose the mental battle, not the pedigree battle. Like, the pedigree thing that people kept using against Miami with Ohio State was so aggravating, because it wasn't, because like you say that we have the better front line on both sides, but yet you're going to sit here and tell me that we're going to lose the game because they have the pedigree. Man, fuck the pedigree. This is about mental toughness. And I thought Ole Miss mentally would break under pressure, because they break under pressure a lot. And they're going through a lot of stuff in that program. I mean, right now, I don't know who the hell's coaching their team. Don't know who the hell's coaching. I mean, yeah, Weiss is supposed to coach the offense. He missed a couple of days. Right now, today Miami was traveling to Arizona. So what the hell? I mean, I can't imagine that any one of these coaches over the last couple of days on either side has slept almost at all. Like, the film review and film preparation must be at a level that is like nothing you've ever seen. Like, if you're married to one of these guys and you're the children of one of these guys, like, you ain't seen your father or your husband for like a week. He's probably sleeping at the facility. Yeah, the Louisville game, we still should have won that game too. We should have won both of those games. Like, even as we played, we still should have won those games. Those games were not. We had the ball to win against Louisville, and I thought Mario Cristobal coached like a scaredy cat. I think he coached the game like a scared child. And I thought SMU, we coached that game similarly. It's funny. The media called out Shannon Dawson on his offensive game plan and play calling. And a lot of things that he said he was doing, he wasn't actually doing, and now he's doing them. Like pistol formation. How many times did you see us in the pistol formation before SMU or earlier? Can you remember us being in the pistol formation at all prior to the SMU game? From that SMU game prior, I don't remember it at all. So I was talking about it so often I don't remember him doing it. And so now you see them in pistol formation primarily with Mark Fletcher. Notice how much better Mark Fletcher is. There's a reason for this. When you hand the damn ball off to someone who's on your right or your left, he's not getting any type of momentum to the line. He doesn't see the line, the holes open up as well. When he's 3 yards behind you or whatever, and he's getting a line and he's getting his legs moving and pumping, look how much faster he looks. Am I crazy, or do y'all see that too? Like, do y'all see that too? When he turns around, he hands the ball off. He's hitting that hole so damn fast. Like, that's a different running back than we saw earlier this year. when they were just handing it side to side. Like you didn't see that all year. Or the first 7 games, you didn't see that first 7. You saw that after the SMU game, after the local media actually kind of called him out about it. You didn't see him move the offense, mix up the offense until after we were 6-2. You didn't see it. So I got to give him credit for making adjustments, even though he kind of dismissed what we said, what media members had said. But he's made some adjustments, and it's a different team. If we played SMU today, I think we would crush their ass. And on top of that, yeah, you got to be prepared for the short passing game to try to negate the pass rush. But that's not Ole Miss's game. Ole Miss does not throw 3-yard outs, 5-yard passes. They throw a lot more intermediate stuff. I mean, you don't average 9 yards an attempt and throw sideways. You throw it down the field. And when you look at how Miami's different now today, you even heard Corey Heatherman say at the time that we played SMU, we weren't playing that many guys. We were playing heavy with our first guys. So he thought that after the 70th player, so that our guys got tired. And that's also true. I mean, we probably did get tired, but now you're seeing a lot more guys playing. The depth has been developed. Look at the guys that are inside in the interior. Did Ahmad Moten play against SMU? I don't remember. I don't think he did. I don't remember him playing against SMU. I think he was hurt going into the SMU game and did not play again. Or maybe he had just come back, but he definitely wasn't anywhere near 100%. And I know he's not 100% now, obviously, but I expect him to play. Like I'm looking right here. He didn't have a tackle in that game, so I'm going to presume he did not play. He didn't have a tackle, so I'm going to presume he either got hurt early or he didn't play. And Ahmad Moten's a monster. David Blay and Justin Scott have become monsters. Marquise Lightfoot has gotten so much better since that SMU game. Like that guy, there was a play where he got held by 2 guys and still made the sack against Ohio State. He's a beast off the edge. You won't see Jordan Lyle. I'm surprised he's not even in the portal, to be honest. Yeah, you're not going to see Jordan Lyle. And, I'm going to get to your questions. Don't worry. But this is a different squad. Armando Blunt, where he is today to where he was 7-8 weeks ago, it's a different dude. And of course, now you're truly seeing the impact of a Keontae Scott and a Jacoby Thomas. I'm flabbergasted that Jacoby Thomas, dude, I don't know what the hell they were doing at Tennessee with this dude, because this guy's an absolute savage. I mean, Jacoby Thomas is an absolute savage. He had 22 tackles at Tennessee last year. I mean, I'm trying to understand. They didn't play this guy? Like, they didn't play this dude at Tennessee? This guy's got 5 picks this year. He's got 2 forced fumbles, a touchdown, 5 picks, 3.5 sacks, 4 pass defenses, 64 tackles for Miami. And Tennessee did not play him last year? It's flabbergasting. It's crazy. Keontae Scott, what this guy has done for this team. Let me get back to Jacoby. Jacoby Thomas sets tone. His hitting, the way he hits guys to kill guys. He hits guys to put his helmet through their chest and through their back. He wants to blow their chest out. He wants to cave their shit in. The form tackling of this guy is he is an incredibly good tackler. I mean, how many tackles did he have against Ohio State where he put his helmet right into their ribs? And I was afraid that he might get called for targeting because, they call targeting for everything because he is literally putting his helmet down and leading with his helmet. But he's hitting them in the stomach, so I guess they're not calling it there. Thank God. Keontae Scott, 58 tackles, 5 sacks, 2 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles. And this dude was at Auburn, and he only had 18 tackles last year. I mean, as a freshman there, he had 53 tackles and 3 pass defenses. This guy, again, another guy, an absolute demon out there. He's a fucking demon. This guy's incredible. What he does, that play that he made against Ohio State, I don't think people truly understand how incredible that play was. How many times do you think that Julian Saint threw that same pass this year and nobody touched it? Oh yeah, Carnell Tate. The way Jacoby, I'm going in circles now. But the way Jacoby Thomas hit the way Jacoby Thomas was hitting, the way those DBs were hitting, Carnell Tate didn't want to touch the ball. He clearly alligator armed that ball, and he still got drilled. But he would have been drilled worse if he had tried to catch that ball. These guys are like when you hit guys the way we hit guys violently. I did the video that I dropped today. I'm surprised it hasn't gotten more viewership. But the violent level of football that we play, it really changed. You don't want to be hit that way. You don't want to get hit like that. It hurts, doesn't it? It doesn't feel good. You don't want to take shots like that. They're not fun to endure. So when you see a guy get hit like that, or you get hit like that once, you don't want to have that feeling again. And then you see what happens later in the game. You alligator arm the ball. You're protecting yourself. You're protecting yourself. You know? So these guys, they hit, bro. Poiser hits like a tank. Fitzgerald's a playmaker. Like, these guys are playmakers. But the play that Keontae Scott made on that ball, I would bet you that Julian Saint's thrown that ball 50 times this year and no one's ever touched it. Maybe it's been blown up with a tackle, but I doubt anyone's ever read it that way. I mean, he only threw like 5 or 6 picks all season. So when people ask him, well, why'd you make the throw? Well, it's not, you have to make, it's a quick throw. Like, it's a quick throw. It's a height, boom, boom. Like, you're not thinking about it because you're not thinking that the DB is going to cut right past the freaking wide receiver who's supposed to block him and not get a fucking finger on him and not just go by and get it, but go by, catch it. And he caught that shit in stride to where Jeremiah Smith, doesn't matter how fast he is, he wasn't going to catch Keontae Scott. He wasn't catching him. In fact, eventually he stopped even trying because he knew he wasn't going to catch him. But how many times have you seen a DB drop that ball? You see it all the time. DBs are DBs because they usually drop the ball. But these guys these DBs that we got, they don't drop the ball. Keontae Scott does not drop the ball. Jacoby Thomas does not drop the ball. Bryce Fitzgerald does not drop the ball. They make the play. They create the turnover. I mean, that play was nuts, and that's all a product of film study, preparation. A guy who knows what they're going to do before they do it. It's insane, like how great that play was. All right, I didn't mention Frederic, so I didn't mention Frederic. I mentioned Jacoby Thomas, Keontae Scott, and Bryce Fitzgerald. I do hope we have Damari Brown available. I hope he's available. They better shoot his ankle up with whatever. And I would like, I mean, you do want to have Frederic available. I mean, he is one of your better, cornerbacks. Even though I have my opinion on that, which no point. And I mean, I don't think he's as good as they think he is, but they think he is. So whatever it is, it's better to have him than to not have him. But if he's not healthy enough to go, then you don't go. Damari Brown, though, I think is very important. Let me go back. But that level of violence, if you haven't watched that video, please watch that video, because that video, like the way we hit dudes, Ruben Bain makes people quit. He hits. I mean, there was now they're moving Ruben Bain around, and now they're moving him around in front of the guard. If he's lined up in front of a guard, oh my God, I feel sorry for that guard. Like, if he's getting Warren Sapp treatment, man, he's getting double teamed, triple teamed. Like, the attention he's drawing is so crazy. It's out of control how crazy the attention he's drawing. Nuts. Absolutely freaking nuts. But this defense is a violent, the violence of this defense, and they're very very what's the word? They're very very just turn stupid. They're disciplined. They don't commit dumb penalties for the most part. They've been so solid. Like they're doing everything the right way right now, and it's coming at the right time. It's not you want to peak at the right time of the year, and they're fine. They're peaking. They're peaking now, which obviously is why we're seeing the performances that we're seeing from them. They're peaking, and it looks fantastic. Now let me get to some of y'all comments. That one right there. Yes, yeah, we were right there. I don't know. Again, I don't know why people think that Miami hasn't been blown out by anybody. Like I don't know why people. I mean, every game has been competitive that we play. That we. I mean, or even the one we lost were been competitive. They weren't blowouts. We were right there. We led. We had a chance to win. Blase, blase. What do I think of Indiana? I think they're very good. I think they're incredibly coached. Like I think people have to recognize the level of coaching over there. What Kurt Signetti has done is nothing short of spectacular. You have a team that is still, even with all the guys they have, you got guys that are from James Madison. Like this guy brought players from James Madison. I don't think of Fernando Mendoza the way other people might do. I might think of him. I think he's an okay quarterback. I think he's above average. I don't think he's a great quarterback. I don't think he's the best quarterback we will have seen this year if we play them in the championship. I think we will have already seen better ones. Mind you, I don't think quarterback play in college football is all that good. Personally, I think it's weak. Mendoza is the weakest Heisman Trophy winner in forever that in my lifetime at the very I can't remember a Heisman Trophy winner with numbers like this at all. Like the top 5 dudes last year would have won the Heisman this year. That's not to take anything away from his success, but I think he's a good quarterback, but he's not a great one. And the fact that the NFL requires you draft a quarterback when you suck is sad because none of these quarterbacks in the draft are first round picks. Like none of these dudes are. None of them. I mean, there's not a first round pick among them. I mean, I'm not going to say it, but I mean, if you remember going into last season, Carson Beck was the projected number 1 pick in the draft. He was the projected number 1 pick in the draft going into last season. And now all of a sudden people act like he can't play football. People think, the commentary that this guy doesn't know how to play football, or he's the weak link. This was the guy that was literally a Heisman favorite and the projected top pick in the draft going into last season. And because he only throws for 138, it's like, oh, he didn't do anything. No, did you watch the game? He was spectacular. They took advantage of what Ohio State gave him. There's no need to chuck it down the field if there's not there. The back shoulder throw that he made to Marty Brown for the first down, that final drive was a perfect throw. That's the only place he could throw it. If he throws it inside, it gets knocked down more than like maybe intercepted. He had a perfect throw. The runs that he made, just breaking pocket and just going because he didn't see nothing. So he's like, I'm gonna take the yards I can get. He stayed out of 3rd and long the entire game. I mean, those drives. I mean, he orchestrated great drives. He made great throws. There was a throw that he made to Keelan Marin, and Keelan Marin dropped the ball. It was a great throw. Hit him right in the stomach. Got to catch the ball. And we still haven't seen a Malachi Tony breakout game yet. I think we're going to see it on Thursday. I genuinely believe that we're going to see that Malachi Tony explosion on Thursday because they can continue to bracket him or do whatever they want. But this team isn't the defense. This defense that Ole Miss has is not the defense of Ohio State or Texas A&M. They may have athletes, but they don't have the athletes, and they don't have the dogs and the killers. Like that Ohio State defense is elite. I don't think people realize how good that Ohio State defense is. It's fantastic. Regardless of schedule, it's fantastic. So, yeah, I think we're going to see one of those Malachi Tony games. But back to Indiana, I mean, they're a good team. They're a really good team. They're coached exceptionally well. But they can be beat. They're not some unbeatable squad. I mean, we beat them worse than Ohio State did. In fact, we beat Ohio State worse than they did. We dominated Ohio. They were trailing Ohio State the first half. They were down 10-6 at halftime. They were down 10-6 at halftime. And Ohio State missed the field goal that would have sent that thing to overtime. It did miss the field goal against us as well, but we also did score and would have won 24-17 otherwise. But I mean, the way we dominated Ohio State up front was a thing of beauty. But Indiana has a really good team, and I mean, personally, the team I would love to play is Oregon, just for the Mario Cristobal Bowl, But whoever we play, and either way, we got to get past Thursday, and we get back to the Hard Rock. I mean, it's going to be 80% Miami fans. It's going to be a home game. It's going to be a home game. I don't think any of us thought of Indiana, Miami at any point for sure. Definitely, Mark Fletcher has been spectacular. I mean, when people got mad at me or whatever, so when I was calling for Gerard Pringle, and I still think Pringle should get carries. It's not changing. I still think that they should give him some carries around the edge or utilize him in some pass game, not pass protection, actually pass him the ball, wheel route out of the backfield. He's a better guy for that type of play. I don't want to see him pass blocking too much. He kind of got obliterated by Ohio State when he did, or he took the wrong guy, which wasn't good. But if you're going to put him out there, you need to hand him the ball and let him go around the edges. Don't run him in between the tackles. Like, I think that's a mistake. But the way Mark Fletcher has played, the way he's running downhill, the way he's running people over, he looks so much faster. It's like, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Back to Jordan Lyles. Jordan Lyles, no, I don't even know why we even think about that. No, unless someone gets hurt. But I don't even know if he's not I don't know if he's in the portal or not. So I have no idea. But no, he's not going to get any burn. Yes, Malachi Tony cannot fumble the football. Like, he's got 3 fumbles in 2 games. We cannot have any more fumbles. This stuff with people are going to hit hard. They're going to hit hard. They're going to look to strip the ball out. And that's something that you can guarantee that Ole Miss has been seeing on film and seeing that he's being a little bit freaking sloth with the ball. They're hitting you. They're going to hit you harder now than they hit you during the regular season. They're going to come for your ass harder than they came for you in the regular season. So you got to be prepared to cover that football up. Like, that goes for Mark Fletcher. That goes for anybody. There were times where the ball was scooting out of Mark Fletcher's hand as well, and he didn't fumble it, but it was scooting around in his arms because Ohio State was laying lumber. They were laying wood on us, man. They were hitting us. Let's see. I'm not nervous. I mean, I'm gonna be real. I'm not nervous about this game. I'm quietly. I'm not quiet, but I'm confident about this game. I was confident about the other 2 games as well. I thought we would win both those games, and this one I don't think I know we're gonna win this game. Like, this is not about thinking. If we play the way we play, we're gonna win this game. But we're gonna win this game handily. We will win this game by at least 2 scores. And that's not here to dismiss Ole Miss. This is just the reality of when you're that much better up front across the offensive line and across the defensive line. I don't care who you got back there. When you're that much, unless you turn the ball over and do stupid shit, you're gonna win, and you're gonna win by a lot. You're gonna win by a lot. This game is you're gonna come home to play in a national championship if you do your job on Thursday. Very simple. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you're playing a team that, if you saw my video also about the Ole Miss defense, Ole Miss has given up 100+ yards in 11 of their 14 games. One of those games was Citadel, so I don't really count them as a team. But 11 of their 13 real games, they gave up 100 yards rushing. They got gashed by multiple teams on the ground. Georgia rushed for 220 on them the first game. I mean, they give up on average what we had against Ohio State. If Miami doesn't run for 250, I would be shocked. I'd be shocked. And I'll be real. Ole Miss is okay. Let me try to alleviate your concerns about Ole Miss's offense. There's nothing for me to alleviate. They have a good offense. But the concerns that you have where you're nervous about it, Again, what makes Trinidad Chambliss different from Marcel Reed? Nothing. What makes Trinidad Chambliss different from Byron Brown? I would tell you right now, if you gave me the option, because Miami's still looking for a quarterback for next year. If you gave me the option to choose between Byron Brown and Trinidad Chambliss to be my next quarterback, I would be calling Byron Brown. Byron Brown is elite. He is an awesome QB. He is sick athletic. He is huge, 6'3", 6'4", 235. He runs like a truck. He throws the ball well. Like, if you go look at the numbers between this guy and Trinidad Chambliss, what you're hearing from people, oh, he went to USF. I don't care. They had the third ranked offense in the country. They play tempo just like Ole Miss does. And what did we do to that team? We beat them 49-12. That tempo shit can destroy you. And we did give up yardage to South Florida. We didn't lock them down. I don't expect to keep Trinidad Chambliss to 130 yards passing. Like, that's not real. He's going to throw for 250. He's going to throw for 250. It's about what you make them do to get that 250. Okay? And what I mean by that is it dink and dunking down the field, or is it you chunking? Are you chunking us? And if you're not chunking us, the longer that you're on the field, the more you're playing my game. So you can be in tempo offense, but if it takes you 13 plays to go 80 yards, you held the ball for about 5.5, 6 minutes. That is not the game Ole Miss wants to play. Ole Miss does not want to have 13 play, 80-yard drives that eat up 5, 6 minutes. You don't want to. That's not the game they want to play. And Trinidad Chambliss rolls out for fun. That's what he wants to do. He rolls out to the right constantly. He doesn't throw crossbody. It's all right, to the right, to the right, to the right. But Georgia gave Ole Miss that game. Bluntly. When I know they were trailing at the time when they made that stupid decision, but when Kirby Smart decided to go for it on 4th down from his own 32-yard line, that was absolutely the dumbest thing ever. And they came back and still tied the game. They should have taken the lead. I mean, the fact they didn't score, Ole Miss, a touchdown, Ole Miss was reeling. When it was 34-31, Ole Miss was about to freaking fall over, and Georgia just forgot to push them over. Well, because Gunnar Stockton's your quarterback, he ain't that fucking good. Bluntly. I bet you they wish they had Carson Beck now. He ain't that good. Stockton ain't that good. But you're not going to have the same opportunities against Georgia, against Miami, that you had against Georgia. You're not going to have that because why? One, Georgia doesn't have a pass rush. Like, people have to understand this it's very, very clear. They don't have a pass rush. When you don't have a pass rush, well, how do you get to the guy? How do you get to the QB if you can't get to the QB? They don't get the stationary QBs, let alone mobile QBs. They only have 20 sacks all season. Ruben Bain and Akeem Mesidor have 19 combined. Miami's got 46 sacks. Miami's forced 25 or 26 turnovers. Miami's defense doesn't just get to the quarterback. Miami's defense makes plays. Miami turns you over. So I did this on a short video. Keontae Scott will have a sack in this game. Just like he's going to have a big play again. Jacoby Thomas is going to be laying lumber on people. I expect to see much of the same thing defensively. I think we're going to smash their ass. Like, seriously. They'll get some yards. But listen to this. Remember what we did against South Florida? I mean, I know it's been a while, and I know people, and I'm not comparing South Florida to Ole Miss as teams. I mean, I think Ole Miss is obviously probably a better team than South Florida. But at the time that we played South Florida, they had just come off winning over a ranked team in Boise State and beating Florida. And they went 9-3 in the regular season. Even the games they lost, they scored 38 points and 31 points. USF's problem wasn't on offense. It was on defense. Couldn't stop anybody. Hell, they beat North Texas. They beat them 63-37, I think it was, or some shit like that. Those dudes could score, man. And against us, They couldn't score. Like I want you to like there are levels to this shit. Like when people say there are levels to this shit, man. And whether or not you think USF is a good team or not, they actually are a good team in my opinion. I'll stay on that. I think they're actually a very good team. And against Miami, they were ranked 18th in the country. And against Miami, Byron Brown was 20 of 36 for 274. 20 of 36 for 274. This is a guy that completes 66.5% of his passes. And, you know, against Miami, it was 55.5. This is a guy that rushed for over 1,000 yards. I don't know if you realize that, but Byron Brown rushed for over 1,000 yards this year. He was the leading rusher for USF. Do you all remember how many yards Byron Brown rushed for against Miami? Don't look it up. Don't look it up. How many yards did Byron Brown rush for against Miami? Anyone remember? I'm just curious. Does anyone remember? If you don't remember, 2. Byron Brown had 2 yards rushing against Miami. 2 yards rushing. 2. This man rushed for 1,008 yards in 12 games. And against Miami, he rushed for 2 yards. 2 yards. 2. 32. 13 carries. 2 yards. Two fucking yards. Like that number is ridiculous. He got stuffed on 4th down plays, on 3rd down plays. I mean, plays that he made all year long. All year long. 2 yards. You remember how that game? Do y'all remember how that game started? And I'm gonna tell you this: if Miami wins the toss, Miami needs to take the ball. Fuck the bullshit of taking the ball to start the second. Miami wins the toss. Miami needs to take the ball. Because what you don't want to do is play from behind against Ole Miss. You do not want to play from behind. So you know how you avoid playing from behind? Take the ball, go 9, 10 plays, 75 yards, punch it in the end zone. South Florida plays tempo like Ole Miss. They got athletes like Ole Miss. Are they as good as Ole Miss? I'll say no. But Miami against South Florida, 9 plays, 75 yards, touchdown. You know what USF did their first possession? 6 plays, 14 yards, punt. Yeah. Punt. You know what Miami did second possession? 9 plays, 85 yards, touchdowns, 14-0. Punched them in the face twice. They responded. They kicked the field goal. 7 plays, 48 yards. What did Miami do? We went 3 and out. We punted. They got a field goal, made it 14-6. What did we do? Touchdown. 3 plays, 75 yards, 21-6. The game is over. Game is over. Miami was up 28-6 at halftime. This was USF's first half against Miami. I want you to hear it. 6 plays, 14 yards. 7 plays, 48 yards. 8 plays, 65 yards. 3 plays, -4. 3 plays, 2 yards. 3 plays, 8 yards. 3 plays, 0 yards. That was what USF did in the first half against Miami. Game was over at halftime. I know. All I'm trying to say is that we have played this type of tempo offense. So this type of attitude that, oh, it's so scary. Actually, I think it's actually an offense that, for the type of offense we run, it can be very, very dangerous for somebody. We also had the ball for 36 minutes against USF. If we have the ball for 36 minutes versus Ole Miss, we're going to win by 2 touchdowns or more. Because if you punch them in the face early and they're never leading, they're in a chase mode the entire game. You jump up 14-0, 21-0, 21-6, shit like that. Guess what you've just eliminated? The running game. They'll stop running the football because they're going to be playing they'll be in panic mode. They'll be looking to chuck it down the field to stay in the game. That's what they'll do. This is a team right now that Miami offensively in that game, 576 yards. Carson Beck in that game, 23 of 28, 340. That was USF. 340. 340. And he got taken out of the game, by the way, if y'all remember. Bro, I'm not taking nothing away from Trinidad Chambliss. Nothing. But Miami's defense is elite. Miami's defense is playing at a different level right now. And I really shit. Like this is but that's how Miami wins this football game. I for the win. Yes, Canes fans are very pessimistic. There's a certain negativity that permeates the fan base and the program that honestly at times is kind of depressing to listen to. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't depressing, but I understand it because I'm a fan and I covered the team for years and I knew what was going on internally and I knew that we weren't that good and people would say, "Oh, we're going 11-0, 12-0." I'm like, "No, the fuck we're not. We're going to be 7-5. We're going to lose these easy games that we should win that people think we're going to win. Now, we're going to lose those. We're going to lose a bunch of these games." And we did. We did lose these games. I mean, it is what it is. It's part of football. But I also knew what was happening, the problems with the quarterback position, the problems with our coaching, the whole nine. It wasn't a shock to me. Maybe it was a shock to the typical fan who doesn't know what's really going on internally. But so I understand the pessimism. But there's certain fans that are just to me at a certain point, it's like, bro, you are miserable. You're miserable. Like you got nothing. We're all hyper excited for this game, but you will have to be absolutely flipping miserable that you're posting on Facebook groups today. Today, I saw this on Facebook groups. Oh my God, we've done nothing in the portal. What? We don't have a quarterback for next year. Guess what? Yeah, we do. We got quarterbacks for next year. Pay attention. We've got quarterbacks for next year. You want to know why we got quarterbacks for next year? Because whether we go get a quarterback or we don't get a quarterback, we got quarterbacks because our game our team has been built in the vision of what Mario Cristobal's vision was, and it's not built on throwing it 35 or 40 times a game. Cam Ward is an anomaly. That's an anomaly to football. You don't see guys like Cam Ward. Like, go look at the QBs over the last 20 years, 25 years. Cam Ward is different. Like, there's a certain skill level like that guy's got, and that you can't replicate that. So you're gonna basically say, "Yo, do your thing, bro. You're gonna do your thing, bro." But look at this team this year. Mash you up front, dominate you in the trenches, run the ball down your throat. If our QB is if our QB is Coleman from Orlando Jones as a freshman, I mean, I obviously don't think that we're probably. I wonder how deep we can run with him, but I also know that he's not going to have to throw for 350 for us to win. He's also a very athletic quarterback, by the way, and he can do stuff with his legs. So you have a team again built in the guise of what Mario wants. Mario Cristobal had his dream come true against Ohio State. Like, bro, it's 17-14. We've got the ball. There's 6 minutes to go. Big mofos, do your job. I built this thing around y'all. Go run their asses the fuck over. And that's exactly what they did. Mario Cristobal that night must have been having he must have been having the greatest orgasms of all time. He must have gotten himself excited over himself. Like the thought of everything I've envisioned was for this type of moment, and it happened exactly the way I envisioned it. See, I don't think any of us really knew what his vision was. Like, when did you as a fan feel comfortable saying, yeah, I get what Mario's doing? You know when I got it? Probably in week 10. That's when I finally, like, I think I know what he wants to do. I'm finally seeing what I think he really wants to do. And in playoff football, if you can do what he wants to do, you're going to win. And you're going to win a lot more than you're going to lose. Yes, the only way Ole Miss can win is a shootout, and there's no fucking way where anyone's shooting because they're not going to score 30 points. Please. Please. If teams like Washington State and LSU can hold them to 24, if Florida can hold them to 20 through 3 quarters, they're not scoring 34 points on Miami, man. You know, they're not scoring 30 on Miami. It ain't happening. I think it's a lot more likely that Miami will put up over 30 than Ole Miss putting up over 30 on Miami. In fact, I think Miami is going to score over 30 in this game. I think Miami's going to rout these motherfuckers. Like, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful of them, but I just see that I see this as a South Florida with a bit more juice, but with a defense that still stinks. A defense that Miami's still going to run the ball down their absolute fucking throats. Like Miami ran the ball for 205 yards against USF and threw for 371. Mark Fletcher busted 120 in that game on 16 carries. That was week, what, 2? Week 3? Was week 3? We're better today than we were on week 3 in week 3. But again, I had no idea what Mario's vision was. I could not figure it out because he really wasn't. They weren't doing it. It's hard to sit here and say, "Oh, we knew what the vision was," because they weren't doing it. It was like they were trying to figure it out. At least to me. Maybe, did I hear what? Oh, let me go back. Did I hear what Trey Wallace said? That you mean is that the receiver that said, "Oh, the routes aren't going to change"? Okay, then don't change. Yeah, he's an idiot. I hope the routes don't change. If the routes don't change, that means my defensive linemen are going to have a fucking field day. Ruben Bain and Mesdor are going to meet at the quarterback. They're going to meet at the quarterback. He can run away from Georgia's guys. It's not you ain't running away from Miami's dudes. These D linemen are on a different freaking level. A different level. Like Miami's trenches are here, and everyone else's are here. Like I said in my other videos, if I told you that Team A has the better O line and the better D line, you're picking Team A to win, right? Oh no, we're picking Team B. It's Ohio State. They got the pedigree. No, fuck you. Like, what are you talking about? Because if you told me that Ohio State had the better O line and the better D, I'm like, oh, we're in trouble, man. It's like, if you told me coming in, Ohio State has a better O line and a better D line, I'm like, yo, I'm about to get fucking smacked. Like, I'm gonna say it flat out. We're gonna get smacked. We're gonna get smacked. But I know where we're great. I know where we're elite, and we are elite up front. We are elite up front. Not good. We are elite. And we have an experienced quarterback that doesn't give a fuck about his yards. One thing I will tell you about this team, these players, they remind me of dudes in the 80s and 90s. I'm not even going to sit here and say I'm not even going to sit here and say 2001 because I don't think the 2001 team is the best team of all time in Miami, personally. A lot of people do. I don't think it is. Because they're basing it on the collection of talent that was on that team that ended up getting drafted in the first round, blase, blase. I think the best team that Miami ever had was a team that didn't win the national championship. That was 1986 against where you can outgain somebody 4-1 and turn it over 5 times and still only lose by 4 points. As Miami lost in the Fiesta Bowl to 14-10 to Penn State, for which I'm convinced that Vinny Testaverde freaking threw that game. To this day, I think he threw that game because that just was not real. But the attitude, like the mentality, and they don't do it. Obviously, they don't do it with the bragging. They don't talk shit. They don't do a lot of it. They talk shit during the game, after the game. They don't talk at all before the game. They just let you talk. You say what you want to say, and they'll respond on the field. But when you watch guys like Jacoby Thomas, Motorray guy, I know people dump on Motorray. He's gonna have a major part of this game because he's gonna have some stuff. He's gonna have to deal with some stuff, man. They got a good tight end, and Lacey potentially have the backfield, but they have a good tight end who he may have to cover. And I'll tell you this: Motorray will give his life to win. He literally did. These defensive players, hell, I think all these players, they would give their life to win. That's the way they play. That's the way they play. They play as if it's the last down of their life. The way Jacoby Thomas hits people, if Jacoby Thomas played in the fucking 80s, if Jacoby Thomas played in the 80s, Jacoby Thomas would be decapitating people right now. He would be the king of the ear hole. He would put the crown of his shit into your ear and he would be knocking dudes out of the game. And he'd be willing to knock himself out of the game to knock you out of the game. Motorray literally knocked himself out of the game. He literally knocked himself out of the game to protect the lead, to protect a win. And I knew he'd play the week later, like concussion protocol. Get the fuck out of here. Ahmad Moulton after the game against Ohio State. Yeah. How's your ankle? I don't give a fuck. We won. that's like that. That's the attitude. I don't give a fuck about my ankle. I'm gonna shoot that bitch up with some Toradol, goddammit. I'm playing in this game against fucking Ole Miss. Are you crazy? That dude is gonna shoot his shit up with so much damn drugs that he's gonna have his ankle will be numb. I can't speak for the other guys. I can't speak for Damari Brown. I cannot speak for freaking Frederic. Ahmad Moulton is not missing that game on Thursday. We need Ahmad Moulton out there. We need him out there. He is a monster inside. Y'all, I don't know if y'all realize what that man does. You got to watch this guy, like really just watch him and what he creates and how he makes lanes open up for Teray and Bissaint to make plays. Bro, but these guys, they will give their lives for this shit. Keontae Scott, Teray, Bissaint, the way he blew up Bo Jackson on that blitz right up the middle. He ran that motherfucker over and ran right into the sack. Julius, he was like, oh my God. Like, he was like, oh my God. Yes, Duke. Ole Miss, Trinidad will have to play the greatest game of college and the greatest college game of all time to beat Miami, in my opinion. I mean, that's the way I feel about this. He will have to play the greatest goddamn game. He may have to throw over 500 yards to beat Miami. Yes, and I agree with what you said. Elite defenses shut down the goddamn run. They may not shut down the pass because the pass is always something different. I mean, our linebackers look awesome right now because there's an intensity that these guys are playing with that they definitely weren't playing with against Louisville, and they definitely weren't playing with against Stanford and Syracuse and SMU. They played with it against Notre Dame. They played with it for 3 quarters against Florida State. And I will go back and say that fourth quarter against Florida State, for which I do blame Mario Cristobal on for turning our shit off, kind of created the bullshit that happened over those next 4 weeks. Because that was egotistical bullshit. If you finish Florida State off and you beat their ass 42-3, Miami beats Louisville by 3 touchdowns. That shit created some bad habits. That shit created some bad habits. The intensity right now is on another level right now than we've seen. They're on the focus is different. Like if I'm playing these guys and I'm on the offense, I'm literally nervous. Like nervous that they're gonna hurt me. Not nervous that they're gonna beat me, nervous that they're gonna try to fucking hurt me. Like Miami guys hit like they're trying to hurt you. Frederic was good. He was seen walking. Yeah, cool. Good. I think any guy that has the ability to go is gonna go. I think they shoot. Damari Brown, bro, your foot better be falling the fuck off if you don't play, dude. Like I don't even know anymore, bro. You better shoot that shit up with painkiller or whatever the hell. And if you don't play in this game, you better be ready to go in the national championship, presuming we get there. You better be ready to go. Like this guy just lives hurt. It's crazy. He just lives hurt. But if you haven't done so yet, folks, hit the like button and if you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe. And I give you a shout out to my sponsor of the show, Natalie Lopez, attorney at law. When life hits hard, the law firm Natalie Lopez comes back and hits harder. She practices in the areas of criminal defense and family law. You can reach her at 954-888-8833. That's 954-888-8833. And you can also reach her on Instagram on Nat, N-A-T. That's Nat.guilty on Instagram. So you can give her a buzz today if you have any. If by chance you do some dumb shit on Thursday night after we kick Ole Miss's ass and you get yourself in a pickle, she's in South Florida, so she can come help you out and get you out of jail. Hope you don't end up in jail for whatever reason, but we know how we can get, when things happen. So appreciate y'all, your support of the show, Natalie. Thank you so very, very much. Toradol works. Bro, you got guys that played on a broken ankle. I mean, Kevin McHale in basketball played on a broken ankle for like the whole season. You painkiller that bitch up, man. Like this is it, man. Ahmad Mullen's attitude, I don't give a fuck. Man, we won. I don't give a fuck about my ankle. Like that's a mentality of a savage. That's a killer right there. These guys are ready to take your soul, man. Like I don't even talk about the offense. The defense, the way these guys are going, it's like, bro, if you just keep doing that, what am I worried about? What am I worried about? Acute adrenal kidney failure. Jesus, that's nuts. Wow. Toradol is the super painkiller that guys shoot up when they have injuries. I mean, back in the day, they used to do it all the time. Nowadays, I mean, guys are a little bit softer in general. But these Hurricane football players are a different breed, man. They're old school. This is an old school defense. This is an old school knock you on your ass type of defense. I haven't seen a defense hit like this in college football in 20 years. If y'all can remember a defense that was like this one, and I don't mean from a points or yards vantage point. I'm talking about from a physicality and a violence vantage point. Like their violence on defense is crazy. Jacoby Thomas, like I said, if he played in the 1980s or 90s, would be knocking dudes out of football games every week. He'd be ear-holing people left and right. He loves to hit people. Like there's a certain screw loose that you need to want to hit people the way he hits people. You have to have that level of crazy in you, and Jacoby Thomas is crazy. Keontae Scott is crazy. Zachariah Poyser is crazy. These guys want to knock your head off. Teray, Bissaint, crazy motherfuckers. They want to kill you. I don't see that from other guys. I don't see it from other teams. I don't see that. You don't see it. The swarming, the mentality of the tackling. Obviously, tackling in this game is going to be very, very important. You're going to have to wrap up. You cannot let them get yak. But I'm looking. I really when I look at Ole Miss, I see South Florida. People might say it's crazy, but that's who I see. I see South Florida. And if you ask me today if I could take Trinidad Chambliss or Byron Brown's my quarterback next year, I'm calling Byron Brown. I think Byron Brown's a monster. Imagine that dude with the talent we got down here. Oh my God. Oh my. The talent that we got down here, imagine that dude with the talent level he's got. He looked like Cam Ward. He would look like Cam Ward. I don't know where he's going, but I hope that they freaking. I hope they're calling him, bro. I'm gonna be real. I hope they're calling him. I hope he ain't. Wait, Brown's visiting Auburn, though. That's where his coach from USF went. So yeah, he probably end up at Auburn. I mean, I hope not, because Auburn sucks. I mean, I'm being real. Auburn sucks. That like, shit, I hope he doesn't choose Auburn. But man, I now Ole Miss defensively against our offense. I think homeboy Malachi's gonna have a big game. I think this is gonna be a breakout for him. They don't have the defense that these other guys have. He's gonna get the ball in space. He's gonna make plays. I think we're gonna chunk them at points down the field. CJ Daniels is gonna have a big game. I like the way Daniels played. Carson Beck, I think, will continue to make the smart plays, the smart reads. He's not gonna force anything. But people got to remember what this guy was. This guy was a number one pick in the draft 2 years ago. He was projected to be the number one pick in the draft. It was a Heisman Trophy favorite, like going into last season. And you see the way he's playing. Again, another guy who's playing like he would give his life to win this shit. The way he dove forward on an 11-yard run, I mean, you could see the intensity in Carson Beck. And at one point, did he complete 13 straight passes? 13 straight passes. Like, that's awesome. Again, I don't care if you have 138. It's about what you do when you do it, how you do it. Anyone got anything that if anyone wants to jump on, I'm gonna put the link up. If you have some words to say, I'm gonna put the link right here. You want to jump in and say a few words? You're more than welcome to jump on board. Right now, 10:08 p.m. Right now, we probably be somewhere in the third quarter in 3 days. So, is anyone here going to the game? If you are, let us know, man. Lester, not you, because I know you're about to do some silly stuff, bro. Notice I'm not watching that unrivaled shit. I'm not watching that trash. That trash kid ball. Garbage. Certifiable garbage. Oh man. Yeah, today. It's today, dude. It's today. Yes, there is today. I'm not worried about. I just you have to maintain your focus. You have to maintain your discipline. You have to maintain and do what you've been doing. If you do that, they're gonna be fine. People, it's like Trinidad Chambliss has become the next. He's Marcel Reed like squared. Like when did that happen? What's wrong with Unrivaled? It's fucking trash. It's trash ball. Three on three full court ball. I go watch it. Ed Quinn, if you want to go watch that Unrivaled, should I watch it all last year, bro? It's trash, dude. Oh, you want to know how trash it is, dude? Let me tell you something. Today, they had one team score 42 points in the game. 42 points. 58-42. Another game, 72-56. Oh my God. It's terrible. Yeah, every week, Jake, the goalpost keeps on moving. Oh, UGA got tired. Yes, because they're not very good on the defensive line. Like you're comparing an apple to an orange. Like they're comparing an apple, to an orange. It's like bro, you got. It's like I'm comparing a pro to a high school player. Like it's not the same thing. If you think that these guys if people think that these dudes for Georgia are the same as Miami's D line, like you're crazy. Like y'all crazy. They're not. They move it every week, and now Trinidad Chambliss is the next hot girl. Every week there's a new hot girl. Every week there's a new hot girl. Mind you, every guy in the mainstream that's been doing these damn podcasts has picked Miami so far. Now there is a group of SEC idiots that have picked Ole Miss, obviously, because that's what they do. Hell, even Cam Newton now all of a sudden is an Ole Miss guy, and he's picking Trinidad Chambliss. A week ago, he's picking Miami and Ohio State. Like, this guy's all over the place. Tell me why Ole Miss beats Miami. I want someone to give me a real reason why Ole Miss beats Miami, because you can't. Like the only way it happens is if Trinidad Chambliss has the game of his damn life. That's it. He'll have to break 400 yards passing and absolutely crush us, because I don't foresee them rushing the ball on a lot. I don't foresee it. And if we jump out on top, they'll stop running the ball. They will stop running the football. So that first quarter and a half, it's absolutely critical on both sides of the ball, because you don't want to have Ole Miss think they can win the game. You don't want to have them in the game, because then they do have an offense that can win the game. So you want to knock them out early. And I mean, like, when you have a chance to score, you better score. You can't leave points out there against these guys. This team's defense is fucking trash. Defense is trash, and it's fucking hilarious, because going into the game, Ole Miss had no chance at all. Now they win, and now they're, oh my god, they're amazing. They're gonna what are you talking, like, what like what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? And that's where it just becomes a big ass joke, because it's like every week is a different. The story changes on a week to week basis. Miami has won the same goddamn way. Defense, run the football. Heck, if you want to be real, Miami's won the same damn way now for weeks. Defense, run the football. Oh, no, no chance. That's what you've got. But you tell me these boys ain't hungry? These boys are hungry, man. These dudes are pit bulls. They pit bulls, Doberman pinchers, German shepherds. They big dogs ready to eat. And look, I do have questions about this situation with I do have questions about Ole Miss's coaching situation. You don't know how much that's impacting them. You have no idea. We don't know. It can't be good. Like, it cannot be good for them. So that is something that, obviously for them, I mean, I don't see how it doesn't impact you. I don't see how it doesn't have an effect on your team when half your offensive staff is in Louisiana and not coming back, unless they change their mind. Are they coming back yet or not? I have no idea. But it is kind of tough to deal with that type of thing. I mean, I thought they made a major mistake by even having I think they made a major mistake by not just getting rid of these guys before the Tulane game. If I would have gotten rid of them before the Tulane game, they'd have been gone. Seriously. They will all be there. When have you seen that? When have you seen it? Because I have not seen that anywhere. I know that Charlie Weiss will be there. I have not seen anything about the rest of the coach. I know Kevin Smith, the running back coach, is not there. He won't be there. But again, you're coaching, you're recruiting, you're as of here. Here we go. I'm looking right now. The Daily Mississippian. This is 5 hours ago. Several Ole Miss assistant coaches leave for LSU amid Rebel playoff run. Weiss stays. So, okay, guess Kevin Smith came back then because I read that he was gone. George McDonald and Joe Cox, Dane Stevens, Sawyer Jordan are gone. That's 4 of your offensive coaches. So some guy named Patrick Carter is now the wide receivers coach. So they lost 4 coaches off their offensive staff. And from what I read, that Charlie Weiss was in Louisiana this weekend. Well, their revenge on Lane Kiffin can be next year when they play Lane Kiffin at LSU. Against LSU. That's not revenge for us. That's not doesn't do anything to me. I mean, I don't Mason. I don't consider them scary. I think they're really good, but I don't consider them scary. Well, I'm looking right now in the Daily Mississippian. Right now, and I'm on ESPN right now as well. I don't see nothing about them all being back. So I see 4 of them are gone. It's gotta be difficult for the players. Can't be easy. Thank you, Yanir Ramirez. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. No, I mean, hey, if you saw it and it's been in the past couple hours, let me know. I'd love to know that because I'm just reading that this is 5 hours ago, and I'm on ESPN.com right now, and there's nothing here about their coaches coming back. Isaac Brown's not transferring. He's staying at Louisville. Wow. They must have paid him a lot of damn money to keep him there. I was hoping Miami would grab his ass, to be honest. He's a beast. What are you talking about, Duke? Trinidad's if Marcel. No, man, they're very similar. Marcel Reed completed 62%. Trinidad completes 66%. They're similar. They're similar. Yeah, Chambliss didn't get sacked by Georgia because Georgia's got no pass rush. That's why he didn't get sacked. They got no pass rush. Oh, no problem, Ed Quinn. Hey, all good. Yeah, no, they got no pass rush. Heck, I did read yesterday Kevin Smith was gone too, but I guess he decided to come back for this game. I guess. But they're missing 4 coaches. That's a lot. That's tough. They're going to have a very, very thin coaching staff. But I would have sent everyone packing before the Tulane game, and I would have had new coaches in place. I would have had new coaches in place. That's what I would have done, because I'm not going to play around with this shit and have you recruiting against me, and being halfway in, halfway out. Like, that's just too much of a distraction, too much of a headache. Like, what they played on Thursday, right? They played on Friday. No, Thursday. They played Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or at least a couple of those days, they're in Baton Rouge entertaining recruits while also trying to break down film, while trying to create a game plan. It's very interesting. Florida sacked Trinidad Chambliss 5 times. Florida sacked Trinidad Chambliss 5 times. And Florida has 26 sacks this year. And they got 20% of them against Trinidad Chambliss. There was that. 15%. 5 divided by 20. 19.2% of Florida sacks this year came against Trinidad Chambliss. So you have a situation there where. Thank you, Mike Webb. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I thank you so much, and definitely share the word with people. And hey, by the way, folks, do follow the social media as well, because I do drop shorts there that I don't put on YouTube. So if you follow Hurricanes Unfiltered and Come On Now podcast, definitely check those out and follow me there, because I will drop short videos on there that I'm not posting on YouTube. Now, I post some of them but a lot of them I do not post. A lot of them is just mainly shorts that go on to onto Instagram. So do check that out. I'm Mason. I hit all these topics already. I don't. That they're South Florida to me. And I'm not doing that to be dismissive. They're people at Miami played a fast tempo team. South Florida is a high tempo team, no different than Ole Miss. And South Florida went for almost 500 yards a game and over 40 points a game. And against Miami, they scored 12 points and had 332 yards. And Byron Brown rushed for 2 yards against Miami. He rushed for over 1,000 yards. So thank you, Jake. You want me to do the NBA? What I mean, I do the Miami Heat, but you want me to do the whole NBA, or are you? What is there a specific team that you cheer for? and I do think Ole Miss will score. I just don't think they're going to score that much. I think they're going to score. I just don't think they're going to score that much. Y'all will get my preview prediction number tomorrow, so make sure you check out my preview that I drop tomorrow. It will drop at some point tomorrow, so definitely check it out because you'll get my score prediction. I'm telling you right now, it's not that close. It's not that close. Miami Heat. Okay, I'm a Heat fan. I've done some videos on the Miami Heat. I have a Heat Unfiltered section of the podcast, so check out Heat Unfiltered. Um, I haven't done them game to game because honestly, there's a lot of games, and I've been doing the Hurricanes very very closely. I mean, been very focused on hyper focused on this, so it's a little hard to keep up with the fact that they play games and you're not even knowing what channel the game is on, and then you watch. And honestly, there was a stretch where they were. I mean, I'm gonna be real. I can't stand Tyler Hero, and I'm not a fan of Bam Adebayo. I wish they would trade both those guys and clean the house and build around the guys like Khalil Ware and Jaime Jaquez and these other dudes that they got on the team, and Norman Powell, because I'm not a fan of either of those guys. I'm not a fan. Miami Dolphins. Did they not fire Mike McDaniel? Like, I'm not understanding this. What does this guy have on these people that he doesn't get fired? I'm the coach until they fired a bunch of coaches today, but they don't fire this guy. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna screw this shit up. They're gonna screw this shit up as they always do. The Miami Dolphins do. They're not gonna fire him. They're gonna take forever to hire a GM, and then that GM will fire him, but there'll be no coaches left worth hiring, and we'll be back at the same spot. And I mean, I think we should just start Quinn Ewers because I don't want to deal with Tua Tagovailoa anymore. Absolutely, man. Ask yourself how Miami kicked people's asses for so many years. Go look at their bookends, man. Whether it was Daniel Stubbs or Bill Hawkins or Darren Crine or I mean, they're just with the D line in general. Cortez Kennedy, Russell Maryland, Rusty Medeiros, Kevin Patrick. I said Darren Crine, Jerome McDougal. Oh my goodness, the dudes that we had on the deal, Warren Sapp, obviously, William Joseph, the dude, I mean, Damian Lewis, Vince Wilfork. I mean, the D linemen, bro, those dudes are why we won championships. That D line is crazy. Those D linemen, like that, people don't get it what that D line does for you. That D line is off the wall. Let me see here. Rudy, I was arguing with an Ole Miss fan saying Ole Miss is too up tempo. And this is the thing, like I'm not understanding people anymore. It's like, have y'all not watched my? This is why I know people don't watch football. Like they don't watch. They're not watching. They're just talking. Because if you actually watched Miami has played up tempo teams. They've whooped their ass. Florida State was an up tempo team. Florida State was up tempo. Florida State, when we played them, was averaging like 600 yards a game. Florida State, when we played them, even in their loss, scored 38 points. After Miami went to Tallahassee and took their soul, they were done for. Miami took FSU's soul. At 28-3, FSU packed in the season. If it wasn't for the fact that Mario and company turned the offense and defense off, Miami should have won that game by 40. By 40. By like 40 people. So they took their soul. Special teams. Okay, I'm glad you brought up special teams. But yeah, dude, Byron Brown to me is a more scary QB than Trinidad Chambliss. I mean, did Trinidad Chambliss all of a sudden become Michael Vick? I mean, did he become Michael Vick all of a sudden? I'm just curious. Did he become Michael Vick? Because unless he's Michael Vick, running a 4.2 in the 40. Oh, of course they are, William, man. Yeah. Someone has to beat us for them. That's what it is. Someone has to beat us for him. But unless he turns into Michael Vick at some point, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Like, I'm not. Like, these guys, shit. It's wild. Not worried about. I mean, tempo. The tempo can bite them in the ass. The only way the tempo works for them is if they're scoring touchdowns. If they're not scoring touchdowns and they're going tempo 3 and out, 3-4 plays and out, and Miami scores and pushes the ball down the field and scores and eats up clock and stuff like that, you get beat down physically. There's no way that Miami goes up 2-3 touchdowns, 2-3 scores, and that Ole Miss has any chance in shit like of getting back in the game. Like, they're not. Do they have Jeremiah Smith? Did Jeremiah Smith transfer over to Ole Miss in the past week? I don't think so. I don't think he transferred in the past week. Well, look, man, that's going to do it for this evening. I thank y'all for jumping on board tonight. I will have the preview out tomorrow at some point and some other content prior to the game. The game will be 9:30 p.m. Sorry, 7:30 p.m. Thursday. I will be here broadcasting live with my play-by-play commentary. I hope y'all jump on board. If you're going to the game, I wish you safe travels. I look forward to celebrating the victory and moving on to play for the national championship at the Hard Rock, bro. Oh my God, man. We're this close. We're this close. If we play clean ball, if we play the way we played versus Ohio State, Miami's gonna win this game by a million. Like, it will not be a close game. If Miami plays how it played versus Ohio State, it won't be close. But that's it, man. Appreciate y'all. God bless y'all. And by the way, if you want, go check out the merch. It's still there. The merch is still there. You want to grab it before I end that 25% coupon? Go check it out. Go grab yourself some merch. Hurricanes 25 coupon, 25% off your entire order. I'm going to have some special stuff out game night that will be designed for the game. And it'll be available that night and that night alone. So if you're going to grab it then, and it'll be pulled off after that. So appreciate y'all, man. I thank y'all. Good night. God bless. Let's go Canes. It's all about the U, baby. This is Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.